Well, hello everybody. Doug Rucker here with DougRuckerStore.com and PressureWashingSchool.com. And again, we're located right here in Porter, Texas, just north of the Humble-Kingwood area. And so if you're ever in the area and we can help you out with any of your pressure washing or soft washing supplies, equipment, chemicals, answer questions, whatever we can do to help you, please stop by and visit with us. We're here for the contractors, the guys that are in the business. We're not necessarily here for homeowners trying to DIY a project. Just way too much time to explain and train and all that, but we are here for professional contractors that are in the business. So please stop in, and don't forget, if you're trying to start a new business, our next hands-on training is coming up this Saturday. That's August 9th, and it'll be right here at the training center. And we'll do hands-on training as well as classroom training and help you get your new business started on the right foot, understanding all the equipment, what we use, how we use it, when we use it, why we use it, all of that kind of thing. And just a really great way to get trained up and understand your needs as far as equipment and all. And then in the classroom time, by the way, you get to use the equipment, you get to clean concrete, you get to spray soft wash systems, and you get to spray with the pressure washer, all of that kind of stuff. And then we have classroom training where I go over actually how you clean a house, how you clean a roof, how you clean concrete, and then how you protect the property. So for any information about our store products, go to info@DougRuckerStore.com. Any information that you need about our training opportunities, whether it's our monthly school, our point training, or the online video school, if you have any questions about that, you can go to learn@PressureWashingSchool.com. Hey, today I'm going to go over some things about XJet, just different options. Sometimes there's a little confusion about what all XJet offers and the different ways you can use them. So I'm going to cover that coming up next. All right, guys, so sometimes there's a little confusion on the XJets and what all they offer, and so I just wanted to try to clear some of that up for you. Everybody may be familiar, some people may not be, of the original M5 XJet. Actually, this is the XJet M5. It's not the original. There's a different one that they had, and I think they still make it, which was just a shooter type nozzle. I've got one around here somewhere, but this is the most popular one because it does the shooter as well as a fan. The other one, the original, was mainly a shooter, and you had a screw-in fan tip that you would screw in to the nozzle. And this is what it looked like. That's the original. I've had this for so many years, and I've rarely ever used it. But that's the original XJet, and I've lost a little screw-in tip. I think I could use any tip, but it's been so long that I haven't even tried anything else on it. But that's the original XJet. So the M5 is the one that is most commonly known, comes in a box, and so when you pull it out, you've got the nozzle, and these are all rated with the number on the box that will have, I'm trying to get it up there, the gallon per minute. They go by the gallon per minute, so that's how you match it up to your machine. And then it comes with a hose, and it comes with a mesh metal screen filter, which I don't recommend that you use for bleach. You could use it for some other things, but not for bleach, because it's just going to rust out and cause your water to get rusty. So you need to get a different type of filter, or the best way to do it, take this filter and just cut it off here at the bottom. You can take it apart here if you want to heat the hose up or whatever, but it's kind of hard, difficult to get it off. And all you have to do then is just connect the end of the hose to an XJet bucket, like that. And then this has a drop tube that goes down to the bottom, and that will draw your solution up. And always make sure that you take the cap off before you use it. If you don't, it's going to suck in the water, or it's going to suck in the bucket, okay? So you want to make sure the breather cap is off the bucket, which is right there. And we sell extras of these caps if you need them, because they're very easy to lose. Now, once you have your end hooked up to the bucket, the other thing that you're going to do is take your nozzle end, and it's going to go right through there onto the hose with the hose barb that's coming out, and then that would go right onto the end of your gun. Just quick connect into it, and then you're spraying right out the end of the gun your bleach solution, degreaser, acid, whatever you want to spray out of your bucket. Then that's how that operates. Now this is going to create quite a bit of mist, quite a bit of pressure, so you have to make sure you're staying off of the surface and not using too much pressure. And then of course you have a little shut-off valve here, which you can turn and go from pulling your chemical out of your tank. It's going to be up like that. When you want to go to rinse, then you just take it and turn it, and it'll draw water only, so you can rinse the surface. So you really think of this as like a chemical applicator, and works great. Keeps any of your chemicals, if you don't like to get any chemicals in your hoses or your fittings or whatever, that's what this is ideal for. It will help those last longer. And so that's the original M5 XJet. We also have quick connects, if you wanted to, that you can attach here and be able to disconnect this hose at will for easy storage, traveling, whatever you wanted to do. And of course, the other thing you get that comes with the, or not the original, but the M5 XJet kit is you get these little proportioners, and those proportioners would go right up inside here, inside this hose barb, and those will allow you to pull various ratios that you want to. They've got it all listed right here on a card. Depending on which color proportioner that you use, you know, you can pull 5 to 1, 10 to 1, whatever, based on the color and the gallon per minute of your machine, and that has a handy little chart for you to use when you want to do that. This is what they look like. They're very tiny, so you want to make sure you keep these in a nice little Ziploc bag so you don't lose them. We do sell extra packets of these, but again, you're just going to take the XJet and you're going to take and insert it right here into the barb. Just get it in as far as you can get it. It'll sit like that. And then when your hose is connected, then it's going to do your metering, proportioning of, you know, whatever ratio you wanted based on your selection that you've done on the chart. And of course, inside that box, you also get an instruction manual that has a lot of what I just talked about, the ratios and all that you can get with the tips. As a matter of fact, there's even a sentence in there that they talk about when house washing with bleach, not to use proportioners. So, but anyway, lots of great knowledge there. This is also on our website as a PDF that you can download it and print it out if you ever lose yours. Or it gets wet or whatever, okay? So also comes with the instruction manual. Now the other option that we make available is the modified XJet. And basically what we're doing is we're taking this part, which is the main part of the XJet. So we're taking this barb off, and we're not the barb, but the plug fitting, and the dial, nozzle end of it, and we're moving that middle part, the main part, to the middle here between the gun and a wand. And what this allows you to do is to use the two largest nozzles on your J-rod, your shooter nozzle, which is called the soap high nozzle, and the soap low nozzle, which is the large fan nozzle. And what that does is it eliminates all of that mist and that pressure, and it delivers a stream or lower pressure like if you were downstreaming, okay? So a lot of guys like this. We've sold a ton of these in the last couple of years, few years since we started doing this. And so that's another option that you can do with the XJet. It's called the modified XJet, and you're gonna order it the same way you would the original or the M5 XJet. So based on your gallon per minute of your machine. So here is a standard J-rod, and you can see you've got your large soap high nozzle here and your large soap low nozzle here. These two are rinse nozzles. So you would not use these on the modified XJet. It creates too much pressure, too much back pressure, and it actually will cause this hose to pop off. So on your J-rod, and we include an instruction manual when we send these out, and the instruction manual is also on the website in a PDF under the modified XJet. You're just using these two nozzles, okay? Again, you're treating the XJet as a chemical applicator, and so you'll have the same hose on the modified XJet as you do the M5 kit, and you can buy your 50 feet of hose if you want, 100 feet, whatever you want. We actually have a really great 100-foot XJet hose that I recommend everybody get, and then you can cut it to lengths that you want. A lot of guys will cut it to a 50-foot length and then two 25s or two 50s, whatever, just to accommodate whatever they might be working on, and then they put quick connects on them too. So, but the modified XJet will work the same way. Make sure you get the 3/8 shutoff valve, not the 1/4 inch, because this requires 3/8 hose. Okay, and the last thing is the DS twist. This is called the DS, that stands for downstream. This is an adjustable downstream soft wash nozzle, basically, and it allows you to shoot a straight stream like a shooter tip, or you can dial this and it'll come out and do a very wide, and it's adjustable, so as you adjust it, the fan will come in tighter and go all the way to the shooter nozzle part. But that's for downstreaming using a downstream injector. A lot of guys like to pair it, and I'm not sure why, but a lot of guys like to pair it with like the sharpshooter nozzle, and then they have the downstream, the DS twist on the other side. I'm not sure why a lot of people like that, because to me these are both shooter nozzles. So on my dual tip holder I use a different nozzle, whatever I might need, but I just don't need two different fan nozzles. And a lot of times if you're using this for downstreaming on the lower portion of a building or a house, I can just use my ball valve or put on a different tip. But a lot of guys like this. It's all personal preference, okay? So we sell a ton of this setup right here. This is actually the 8 gallon per minute sharpshooter, but we have these in the 6 and the 4 as well. And a lot of guys love pairing these two together. So that's the downstream nozzle when you're using a downstream injector off of your pressure washer machine. And I've actually even used these on our King Slinger as well as Big Slinger. They work very well on that as well. Lots of different ways you can use this, but it's mainly built for downstreaming. All right, so again, just to kind of recap, just remember, just always think of your XJet kit Modified XJet, both of those are, I just consider them chemical applicators, whether we're using them for bleach or whether we're using them for degreasing parking stains in a parking lot. A lot of times we'll just fill up a 5-gallon bucket with full strength degreaser, then we'll put in a proportioner of however we want to get that down to, and hit those spots rather quickly versus carrying a pump up sprayer where we got to keep pumping up, or going through the hassle of trying to hook it up to the King Slinger or our soft wash system, Big Slinger, whatever, or the 12-volt Soft D. So just look at it again as a chemical applicator system. You can't really do roofs. I don't suggest you do roofs, especially in the M5 kit way. Just too much pressure, you can blow shingles up. You could probably do it with a modified depending on the staining, but again, they're not really designed for cleaning roofs. I'm not saying it can't be done, but one thing you have to be aware of is if the XJet gun and nozzle portion gets more than like 8 feet above the bucket, it's not going to draw, or not going to draw as well. So you would be kind of forced sometimes with having to take a bucket or somehow get your solution up on the roof, and that's just not a good idea. It's not dangerous. So yeah, so that is just a brief overview of some of the XJet products out there. Okay, everybody, I hope this has been helpful for you. Again, if you have any questions about our store products, feel free to email me at info@dougruckerstore.com, or you can call or text us at 281-612-1223. And if you have any questions at all about any of the training opportunities that I offer, whether again it's the monthly school, the online video school, our point training, which means we come out to your job site and train you on your site if you'd like, or we can find a job site and train you on that as well. That's our point training, personal, on-site, individual, next level training. So with that, the hands-on and the online school, you have options to choose whether you want to train on screen or train on scene. So wonderful options there. You can just email me at learn@pressurewashingschool.com for any questions about the training opportunities that we offer. And I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Hope it's helped. Leave a comment. If I can help you, ask a question, whatever. I do try to answer all questions on the YouTube channel. And then hit that subscribe button and you'll be notified. Hit that bell and that'll help notify you anytime I come out with something that could be useful for you, okay? Thanks again, and y'all have a very, very blessed day.